Facilities with cooling towers must stay in compliance with NYC Local Law 77. This presentation will go over the major responsibilities a facility manager or responsible person must do in order to stay in compliance. To begin, we will cover all of the items that need to be done on a weekly basis by the responsible person. First, the responsible person must test the cooling tower system 3 times a week. We recommend Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the same time and an hour and a half after biocide has finished entering the system. The items that you must record are time, location of sample, pH, conductivity, temperature of the system, and the biocide indicator. This must be logged in the logbook under the specific time and day in Section 2. There can never be more than 2 days in between each test. Second, the responsible person will be inspecting the system for living material biofilm, algae, scale, sentiment, oils, greases, and other contamination on a weekly basis. When you are inspecting the tower, look at all the wetted surfaces. This would be everything from the basin to the fill to the distribution on the top of the tower. If you find any evidence of living or dead material, you must record it on your weekly log sheet in Section 3 of your logbook. Last, you should take a bacteria test from the basin of the cooling tower if possible. Remember, it takes 2 days to develop the results of your bacteria test. If the results are greater than or equal to 10,000 colonies or about 50 individual dots on the agar plate, a corrective action must be performed. We highly recommend you call your water treatment company immediately. Moving along, the responsible person must visit the chemical feed station on a weekly basis to ensure the controller is working and the system is not in alarm. There should be no leaks from pumps, chemical tubing, drums, tanks, and chemical piping. Chemical storage must also be correct. Everything should be safe and compliant. You must also confirm that the conductivity of the system is in range. The bleed is operational and no water is coming out of the drain unless the system is calling for bleed valve to open. If you find any of these situations not proper, you should contact your water treatment company immediately. In addition to ensuring the chemical feed station is functioning properly, the responsible person will also need to record what chemicals you have used every single week. This is performed by recording the current inventory and subtracting it from the previous weeks. This number is the amount used for the previous week. Record this number in the weekly section of your log binder on the chemical usage portion of your routine weekly inspection. Moving on, we will now cover facility responsibilities that occur less frequently, such as changes in operation or personnel, uploading documents to the portals, scheduling cleanings, and more. In the event that staff and personnel has changed, the responsible person is required to notify their water treatment provider and Legionella compliance company. They will then provide updates to your water management plan or log binder and email it to you so you can change out the sections to keep in your plan current. We highly recommend saving your old sheets in the back of your log binder so the DOH can see progression of your water management plan and logs. Section 4 in your log binder maintains all the reports that get sent to you on a regular basis, either by your Legionella compliance inspector or your water treatment company. We recommend logging your reports first and then putting them under the appropriate tab as soon as they're received. You never know when the DOH is coming to inspect your system. These reports include bacteria test reports, 90-day compliance inspections, 90-day Legionella, any tower cleaning or disinfection, and any tower or sand filter maintenance. We also recommend placing your normal water treatment monthly service reports into a separate binder in order to avoid confusion or cause a problem by giving the DOH more information than they ask for. In addition, part of the duties of the facility will be uploading and updating documents to the New York State and New York City portals. The following information must be uploaded to the NYC portal: annual certifications, Legionella greater than 999 CFU, disinfection post-Legionella results greater than 999 CFU, resampling of Legionella after disinfection, decommissioning of a cooling tower, and answers to all VDR messages within 7 to 14 days of receiving a VDR. The following information must be uploaded to the New York State portal: the latest bacteria test every 90 days, the latest Legionella sample, any Legionella remediation above 19 CFU, the latest inspection of findings including deficiencies and corrective actions, and your annual certification. Furthermore, you must upload the corresponding documents if any of these events occur. Legionella is greater than 19 CFU. Legionella results greater than 19 CFU post-disinfection, resampling of Legionella after disinfection, and decommissioning of a cooling tower. The responsible person must also schedule and perform tower cleanings at least twice a year and whenever required. You also should clean the pump strainers every time a cleaning of a cooling tower is performed, if not more frequently. The facility responsibility person must also conduct annual maintenance on sand filters, disc filters, cyclone separators, and any type of filters in the system. If your system is of package unit design, you must clean individual unit strainers annually or as required. You must perform annual maintenance on the cooling tower required by the manufacturer. You should prove this by filling out the cooling tower maintenance checklist. Remember, if the tower runs less than once every 5 days, you must use startup protocol, including cleaning, disinfection, inspection, and testing for Legionella. There are certain scenarios that are more on a case-by-case basis that the facility must also take care of. If you have construction going on in the building, new piping must be cleaned and disinfected before using it in an existing cooling tower system. If your system operations changes, such as you're now running on the weekends, shut down for the season, or now operating year-round, you must notify the water treatment provider and LCS inspector so they can change your water management plan. You must provide clear access to cooling towers so that they can be cleaned and properly inspected. If fresh air intakes are less than 10 feet from the cooling towers, you must protect them from tower drift getting inside of them. If the facility exhaust interferes with cooling towers, you must use special filters to prevent kitchen nutrients and bathroom exhaust from entering the cooling tower's intakes. You should always protect the intakes from excessive dirt, debris, birds, garbage, and anything that can get in. If you can, protect your cooling towers from direct sunlight, as this breeds algae and inevitably Legionella. Lastly, if you receive a summons, you should send your summons directly to lcsnyc.com. We hope this presentation has helped you understand what is required by your facility when it comes to Legionella, NYC Local Law 77, and the NY State Law. We highly recommend downloading the resource PowerPoint to maintain your facility. Please have all new employees go through this and other trainings to get a head start on this process. Your water treatment company and your Legionella compliance inspector should be able to answer any further questions you have. Feel free to visit our website at lcsnyc.com.